Hello again, Cancer. It's June 2022, would you believe? Already midway through the year. And this month is pretty important. It's going to punctuate the current 12 months with an important retrograde Mercury that's currently in place till the 3rd of June. And it's here. There it is. On the 2nd, it goes stationary, then direct, here in the 11th house of aspirations, goals, ambitions, friendships. And so what I'd like to say to you is that it's okay. You can review and revise those goals. You don't have to stick to a specific course of action if it's not working for you. That's important, especially given that we see here in the 10th house this powerful continuing conjunction of Mars and Jupiter, which is expansive. These are two of your best planets, friendly to your ascendant or your sun sign, in this case Cancer. And this means that you are looking to broaden your vision of work, your scope of professionalism, and that can be done only if you're prepared to change course if things aren't working for you. So I think that's an important component of this month. And we also need to look at the movement of the moon here. A bit of strife likely in the couple of days during the 9th and 10th as the moon crosses the opposition to these two planets. Coming from the 4th house of your horoscope, this is the domestic sphere, showing that there may be some conflict of interest there between what your family responsibilities are and what you know you must do in your career. So that may also be part of the necessary adjustment to be made. There are a few other important components here. Astrologically, the retrogression of Saturn taking place in the early part of June. This is in your 8th house. It's a financial sector. It's a sector of intimacy. And here we see, speaking about finances, the full moon on the 14th, just as Mercury moves into your 12th house of expenses, Sun in the house of expenses, Moon in the zone of debts. So a lot of consideration, I think, around what your debts are, what your financial obligations are. And all of these facets of your chart may be contributing to this reconsideration of your goals. Is your work offering you the best possible pathway to cover your costs, to fulfill your internal needs, and so on and so forth? If you watched the introductory video, I was talking about retrograde planets having a lot to do with your karmic process. Retrograde planets tend to move backwards. They appear to be moving backwards, and that's also related to your past karma, the actions you've performed in your past life. That's also the domain of this 12th house of your horoscope, where we see the Sun, and then that forward-moving Mercury after its retrogression, which began in this 12th house, by the way, and then went back out into the 11th house, your house of visions and aspirations. It could be that you've gone back, reevaluated what it is you've been doing in respect of your career, and then identified some things that are not altogether to your liking. So I repeat, it's okay to change the path of your destiny, to change your goals, and reevaluate what it is that you want in life. Venus moves to the 12th house, thereabouts on the 24th, and starts to pick up steam around the 25th. So you have the two first-rate benefics, Mercury and Venus, occupying this 12th space of your horoscope. The moon also joins them on the 26th. So this tells us a high expense, a love of luxury, and maybe a bit of retail therapy necessary while these transits are continuing. On the 29th, the month finishes on an interesting note. The new moon there in your sun sign. As you know, the new moon is the conjunction of the moon and the sun. And when that new moon takes place, it's all about turning over a new leaf, approaching life with a fresh set of eyes and a whole new attitude. And so therefore, everything we've discussed here this month, and that can even cover your relationships, because look at that Saturn ruling your 7th house of intimate partnerships, going retrograde, covers your work, your relationships, and then the new moon, yourself, your aspirations, which was the 11th house. And therefore this is a big month for you, one in which, for the 3rd time I'll say, it's quite okay to change direction if you think it's going to take you to a better place. We've got the monthly, weekly, daily, yearly assessment of your Cancer horoscope at astrology.com.au. Pop it over there now. You can get all of that for free and put this month's reading into the context of that larger picture. That picture that you're starting to change, to recolor, to reevaluate now. That might help. Drop me a line. Don't forget to subscribe. And I do look forward to seeing you here next month. Bye-bye.